first time I saw someone smoke crack was when Obama got elected, and I was like, "Y'all still smoking crack?" You could be like, "Yeah, nigga." I was like, "We just got a black president." Like, fuck that nigga. I was like, "Really?" I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it, man.
He's like, y'all still smoke crack?
Like, it was middle of the day.
Wait. Did you get some contact high?
No, I was just walking my dog. You know, now I sound real white. And I'm like, yo, you still smoking crack? We got a black president. Man, fuck that nigga.
What up? I am blurry. Oh my goodness, I gotta fix this. What's going on, y'all? As always, welcome to the Free Agents Podcast, where we are all about, trying to define freedom and looking blurry as a mother over here. I'm gonna let it go for right now because I need to introduce the show and then I'll fix it. But welcome. And as always, I'm not here by myself. So let me go ahead and bring in all of my fellas. Ooh, still remember. Okay, here we go. Man. Oh no, I need to add them. Here we go.
I am so blurry. Are you blurry like I'm blurry?
Bro, this is how Liebert sees you.
Exactly.
Blurry.
All right, let me go off camera real quick.
Look at me, I'm so blurry. I'm so distorted.
Ricky, I miss when you started crying and talking. I'm so blurry, man.
I'm so blurry, man. Something wrong with my camera, man. I'll be right back, man. Go fix my camera right quick, man. Trying to get the show going, and for some reason I can't get my camera right, man.
That stuff is still. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Yeah.
Oh, you use that other cleaner.
The other thing, yeah.
No, it's the back of the camera. Hold on.
That's a Fabuloso. Don't use that. Yo, I want to Fabuloso.
Can't use it on everything, man.
No, man, you can't use it all in one. Can't do that. Yo, I want to shout out my dude Yavarajan from Malaysia, man. He always
John is in the building. What's up?
What up, Malay? They got that good ass food though, man.
I thought you were about to say they got some. Okay.
And magic. Oh,
what's going on, Reese?
Exactly. Got to get Reese in there, man. I'm excited.
Magic is happening. Damn right it's happening.
Can you feel the
all right.
love
Yeah. Now I'm back.
Blurry.
Are you going to finish your little whatever your little thing is you do?
What up? Nah, I'm good.
What up?
Yeah, we all the way in Malaysia tonight.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man.
Malay, get down.
International.
Y'all ever had Malaysian food?
No.
Oh,
No.
shit.
I mean, well, what is like?
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's why I stopped. I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
man. What is Malaysian food? Like, what is it?
What would that be?
What would it be?
mean, shoot. All right. So I think it's a bit spicier than your typical Asian food.
Mhm.
They incorporate kind of like the different Malaysian cultures, right? So they're incorporating India. They're incorporating
Thai, like that, or
no, I don't think Thai is Malaysian. I think there's Pacific, and I've only been exposed to it.
You know what I'm doing, right?
Well, because Singapore is Thailand, right?
Crickets.
Or China.
No, Singapore is not in China.
Look, check it out.
No, Singapore is I think you're right. It's Thailand.
You know, I got my homeboy majored in geography, and he hates when black people do these conversations.
I mean, I'm looking at this food, and
it bomb. Be bomb, dog.
Oh, the roti. I've had some roti before.
See, so it's almost right. It's almost like it's West Indian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's the actual East Indian. You know what I mean?
It's the real Indian.
The real Indian, not this
laksa. I mean, well, India. was the
I'm
real
doing?
Indian before.
Oh, okay. That sounded
That's
weird.
like that's the real Indian. Like it's India was
Yeah, right.
the real India before
Before
Christopher
it
Columbus
became-
said that he found some Indians.
Yeah,
Singapore
exactly.
is Malaysia.
Well, there you go.
Singapore's Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But no,
So
my
then-
question was to Singapore. I was asking the relationship between Singapore and Thailand.
Oh,
Mm.
clearly you asking the wrong group about geography.
And then I said, "Is Singapore in Thailand?" What?
Right, crickets. I'm like googling everything. Like,
Populations, but I can't tell you where the places are.
right. So look, Yavarjan said coconut rice, nasi lemak. It's coconut rice. I wonder what that tastes like.
Okay, so
Bomb.
I love anything
Wow.
coconut, man. Coconut's one of the best things ever invented.
Oh, coconut oil.
invented.
Ridiculous.
Or you use it for all your needs. Look at Libra.
Coconut is the best thing ever invented.
Invented. I
Why
guess
they
God
hating?
invented coconut. You're right.
Y'all not into coconut oil, obviously.
No.
You wouldn't disrespect the God like that.
Actually,
I'm into coconut oil.
I
I roll my blunts with it.
See?
You can eat it.
See?
I use coconut oil for literally everything. I
Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
rub it on my body.
Yep.
Yeah. It's literally the only thing that you can take from the bathroom to the kitchen.
Exactly.
I know people who bathe in olive oil.
You can
Yeah.
use olive oil too, yeah.
You definitely could do that. Yeah. It's good for a lot of good things.
What else can you take from the bathroom?
Well, nowadays you can actually recycle your feces, so
And your urine.
and your urine. Yeah.
So
These
Yeah,
are your
and-
people that you brought, Bel-Ami. These are your people you brought to the barbecue.
I have no
These are your people
listen, when
you
they
brought
start
to the
saying
barbecue.
people shit like, hey, don't go in there. You trying to recycle.
how you think we gonna get to Mars?
Wait. We
I
got
mean-
this. When you go use your boy's bathroom, it's like, don't flush if it's pee. If it's poo, here's the shovel to recycle the shit. When you see that sign, you're like, yeah, we ain't staying for dinner.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
the green. Water.
Right. It's in that case, you can't use Ebonics. You know, most people are like, hey man, you want to eat some of this shit? Niggas be like, like, yeah, I want some of that shit. Like, nah, you really not for real. You want some of this shit?
God. This is when Bel-Ami says, so okay, we are going in a direction that we did not plan.
Well, you know what? I'll say it.
4
So,
guys, 1 plate.
you know what? Let's move into like how we define freedom today. How about
Right.
that?
But emptying up some shit.
before this turns into like a 45-minute conversation, and
Yeah.
then half the podcast is done.
Exactly. I'll start since I haven't been around, man. I want to say, you know, I want to genuinely say on camera in front of everybody that I genuinely miss you guys very, very much. And I am defining my freedom by taking everybody's expectation of masculinity and not being open enough to say, you miss somebody, I love you guys. And, you know, just show affection. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people say you're a man, so you can't show affection, it makes you weak. Like, no, I'll still put these hands on you, but I also love my brothers. So I am displaying my freedom by saying I love you guys, and I think you guys are a bunch of amazing group of people that I enjoy seeing as often as possible. That's how I'm defining freedom.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank
It is beautiful.
Thank you, man.
And we've missed you for like a month.
Man, I miss you. Hey, man, you know,
I know you've been a busy dude.
I'm gonna define freedom by saying you old soft ass nigga.
see, man, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. I can't never just share my feelings with y'all, man. You know?
That's what's up, man. We missed you, bro. We did.
Yeah, man.
Definitely
We did.
feel it.
Shout out to DJ Robbie Tolan though for filling in.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
He held it
definitely.
down. He held it down.
You know, he provides us with the ignorance, you know what I'm saying, different
Robbie.
from you. So shouts out to Robbie for holding us down.
Indeed.
So I'll jump in. I'm defining freedom today by dang it, I had it and I lost it. Real quick. Shout out to K Sam Kaya. Yeah, all my faves.
What up?
And
Cherie.
Riri in the building. All right, so here we go. I'm defining freedom by not caring if I disappoint people. So like I've been
We saw that in action just now.
Damn, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
he's like, we saw that in action just now. So I'm not going to use that example. I'll use a different one. So like I don't know, like there's something in me that I just don't like to disappoint people, and I'd rather be disappointed than disappoint someone else.
Mhm.
And like it just kills me, it'd be tearing me up inside. And so like today I was just like, you know what? I need to make a decision for myself. So like I made a decision to close my contract out with George Lucas. And so yeah. It's just time. It's time. But I think it's but I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it still leaves the door open for other opportunities with George Lucas. It's just this one I'm closing.
Yeah.
And so like, but my thing is I've been wanting to do this for like a month. And I just been holding in because I felt like I was going to let down the person who put me on and all this other stuff. And then like when I told her today, she's like, you know, great. She's like, you know, thank you so much for just like being here and helping out. Like you really made a difference. And like, that's not even what was in my head. In my head, it was more like, oh, I can't believe that you're just going to dip out. Like I had went somewhere else. And so like I realized that for me, it's just like I need to get out of my head and just if I disappoint somebody, I disappoint them. But 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not disappointing them. They're probably thankful, and I just need to be okay with that. So
that's deep.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Or you know what? You're actually freeing them up to see your value. Because
that's good.
You might get a call next week, like, yo, listen, I know you closed your contract, but we really, really need you. Been like an invaluable source and we didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Till, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. That's a tough one though. I struggle with that one too.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so like, but I've realized that every time I've done this and I've been in my head, it always turns out totally different. Except in one instance. Or one person, but you know,
shit before you tell you right.
Yeah, move on to the next person. You digging a ditch, my friend.
Listen, I'm defining freedom by also just saying yes and pushing that go button. And
nice.
You know, I've really challenged myself to get back in shape. And now I'm like really finding joy in like finding different places to go work out. So I've been at the beach the last 3 out of the last 4 days, and it's been amazing. I've had some friends come out and work out with me, and it's really cool. So yeah, by saying yes, press and go, and sticking to my goals.
By the way, you've inspired me. Like I'm. You know, I had to cut back on my running, so I decided that I want to take up like hiking, and so I'm going to start like going to different spots and places throughout Jersey because they have over 1,000 hiking trails. Yeah, and just like
trails though.
I mean, some are like small, some are like huge.
1,000 is a lot. That's a lot.
I think it might be more than 1,000. It just said 1,000 plus on my search of all trails. So.
That's what's up,
man. You know, I think it's, you know, for me, it started with the jump ropes and it's morphed into the steel mace thing. But I think it's cool because these are options that were never presented. These are not like quote unquote masculine. The jump rope is not the most masculine way of working out. When really you think about it, we admire these gladiators, Floyd Mayweather, Ali, Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. All these boxers are masters at jump. It's like an essential part of training.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that, and then it just opened me up to explore different avenues, and I think it's helpful to just move out of your comfort zone instead of doing bench press and squat all day long. You know.
So yeah, that's where I am too. Like I'm just like instead of just running in this 5-mile loop every day, I need to like, you know, get out, jump over some branches and climb up some rocks.
Speaking of,
do something different.
About Spartan Race, had this discussion, didn't we?
Spartan Race?
Heck yeah, totally down. You ever done it before? Anybody done it before?
Let's just say it on air right now.
Wait, the Spartan Race?
Spartan Race?
I'm sorry. I was like, I thought you said Spartan Rice, and I was like,
no, that was the last.
I've done the.
That was Yuvara was talking about the rice.
Yeah, I done the mud butter.
Tough
mud. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
it was a 5K in like mud. And
I want to do one.
like It was. I mean, I had so much fun on that.
We should enter.
So, what is the Spartan? What is the tell me a little bit more about the Spartan race?
Same. It's the same style. It's a race. It's like a 5-10K with it's an obstacle course.
Okay, yeah.
20 different obstacles along the way. I know some of them are, the longer ones you can enter as a team, and you would each do like what would be a 5K, and with the obstacles, and you enter as a team. I think the free agents, I'm saying this live on TV, we have not discussed this, but the free agents I think should,
do it.
Do one in 2022.
What city is it in?
They're mostly in, they're all over.
They're all over. Yeah, you can find one anywhere.
So that means Ricky's flying to us.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me tell you, like after this show in October, that was my next bucket list check off. Like this particular show coming up, I'm definitely shooting to hit first place in my first local show.
Nice.
Yeah,
Colin.
I know I'm going for it. I'm like, screw it. I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? First place, I did fifth place the first time I did, but now going in, like I'm in beast mode mindset, man. So that's hit first place, and the next thing is do a Spartan race. You know what I mean? So I can't I'm training for it. You know what I mean?
2022. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Elbow Greasy, he never told us what he's defining his freedom.
Yeah.
Hey man. Going back to my segment that I initially started was close the door, right? Like just or better yet, acknowledging that the door is closed is more important than closing the door. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes I fake the funk and pretend like the door isn't closed, right? And I've made some mistakes in the past as a result of that. So I think, not repeating. If you are repeating your mistakes, don't make it an intentional repeat, but you can repeat it if you just aren't aware, right? So I think it's important for me to acknowledge closed doors, and not knowing if I closed it or if it was closed on me, but the point in the matter is that it's closed. So just acknowledging that. Yeah, that's how I'm living my freedom.
I love that.
Don't try to open it.
Oh.
Yeah,
don't try to.
It's closed.
Wow, let it fucking go, man.
That's really important, whether or not it was closed on you or you closed it. The important part is you don't need to open it.
Like remember that y'all remember that Ma Rainey when Chadwick
Black Bottom
when Chadwick was trying to open that door, and he didn't care. He was like, "No, it was open before," and he finally opened it and just led to a brick wall, and that's just brought him down. You know what I mean? So
exactly. He said some. Matter of fact, all y'all on fire today. Y'all all said something that was deep, man. I'm feeling it right now. Like that whole idea of the door being open and closing, like in realizing again, awareness is number one. But then the main thing out of all of that is like you deciding what you want to be behind the door. You know what I'm saying? Like if the door is there, like you technically get to decide what you want to have behind the door, and whatever's behind the door is completely your perception of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, I had to throw it in there.
Oh shit!
You're going deep early,
man. Lord, move away from all that shit.
There's no good or bad. It's just your perception of it.
That's all it is.
We are at where we're at.
I know. Man, I'm fired up right now. I'm gonna be quiet because I know we can get deep into it. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Before we get deep into it, what are the we're gonna go over these rules? It's been a while since we've done it.
We haven't gone through the rules in like 2 damn months. I don't even know the damn slide. It wasn't a slide.
Yeah, it was a banner.
It's just this. How long it's been? Yo, the house rules. Look, we understand here on the Free Agents podcast, part of that freedom is understanding that the only thing between the only thing that can bridge misunderstanding is conversation. I was trying to say that. I forgot how to say this shit because conversation is the bridge to understanding is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And so here on the Free Agents podcast, we want to foster an environment to have these conversations. And in order to do such, we have to maintain this one simple rule, and that is to think and speak freely.
Mm-hmm.
Think and speak freely. We will all night. I guarantee it. You as well.
Sometimes to the detriment.
But if at any point you hear something that just like really it resonates with you, feel free to post it in the chat, comment in the chat. We just like your exes. Look, we stay in your DMs.
That's right.
So we're gonna see what you write. Also, if you feel so led, you can use that link that just popped up in your chat on whatever platform you're watching this. And you can use that link to come to the VIP section and have this conversation face to face with us. We're always here. And speaking of platforms that you may be watching this on, just take a quick second and click that like button down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can be reminded anytime we go live. And yeah, that's it.
All right, let's jump into it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of things I want to talk about. The first thing is something that happened to me last week. I got a story to tell. So I don't even know what day it is. I take my kids to the park a lot, right? So I do remember this. There's two things. One, I took my sons to the park last Sunday for Mother's Day. And I was really, really, really excited to see like all the men out there with their kids. And I guess all the mothers had the same idea, which is like, I just want some time to myself. so take these kids. So that was pretty dope. But then on another occasion, I was at the park, and I love my park, by the way. My park is like right behind where I live. And I've shown Levert a couple of times. Like, it's just really dope just to see like kids be kids. And so I was at the park, and it wasn't super busy, but like my kids are playing, and there's like a little playground for like the little kids, and then like a little bigger like play sets. So like a little play set, bigger play set. So my sons were in two different places, and so I was sort of like in the middle, like going back and forth, like looking like this, right? And so then this dude walks up to me. He was like, "Hey, yo," and I wasn't paying attention. He's like, "You got a problem?" And he's like, "Hey, yo." I was like, "Who, me?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got a problem or something?" He's like, "You keep looking at me." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "I'm looking at my son. My son is over there." He's like, "Oh, you got a kid at the playground?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so I'm just like, and I was like, "You about to fight me at the playground? Like, you got your kids here. I have my kids here. Why are we about to do this?" It was the craziest, most bizarre thing. Wow. And I mean, if this brother's watching, this is not no knock on you. I ain't trying to fight you. But, I just thought it was just weird that like the dude approached me and was like, "Yo, you got a problem? You want to fight?" And I'm like, "I just want to be at the playground."
Was he black or white?
He black.
Okay.
If he was white, I don't think he would talk to me. But but yeah, he's black. So
wow.
It was interesting.
Where were his kids is the question.
Yeah, I mean, my son was playing with his son. And so that's I'm like, yeah, it's.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny you said that. I was talking to a good friend of mine probably 2 days ago. We talked about that same thing where most times black men don't know how to approach each other. You know what I mean? So the look and the stare, we already go through this perception of I have to defend what I don't know what I'm defending. So then you ask the question. Here's the funny thing. I always say, whenever somebody asks a question or they give a particular statement, whether it's I don't know or what you're doing, they're literally asking that question, like, what are you looking at? You know what I mean? But the what are you looking at comes off super aggressive because they don't know what you're looking at. You know what I mean? And so when I'm doing a lot of like philosophy talking and listening to people, what I realize when people like ask, what are you looking at? They're literally asking you what part of their flaws are you seeing?
That boy Ricky, he done.
Hey, listen, let's just flip out because Kyle also says Pastor Ricky.
Yeah. No,
a while ago, but it's still relevant in this moment.
Man,
Yo, he's like, what do you see in me that I don't like about myself, or that I don't want somebody to see?
Exactly. And
so he probably saw he probably thought you were seeing his crack addiction.
By the way, Kadre is in the building for a little bit.
Kadre, what's up?
What's up, Kadre? Right.
You know what's fun? You know what's funny about that? My dad, and I never really understood it at the time, but now I get it. This guy was waving at him. Did I tell you that time? This guy was waving at him, and I know he doesn't know the guy. And I was like, Dad, why is he waving at you? He goes, son, he's waving at success. So my dad had a high, still does, has a high, image of himself, sense of himself, right? And he knows what he's conveying, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. But he sees it as that person is saluting my success,
Right.
You don't see flaws. Where you looking? There ain't no flaws here.
Right.
Now that also tells you the complexity of our relationship, if you will.
What I might start doing, if I see people staring at me, I'll just approach them and say, you want an autograph? Or I can approach them with a pen. Like, what do you want me to sign?
Right. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like when people stare at you, again, sometimes we could take it offensive because, if we feel like we're flawed or we're negative, we got something to hide, then we feel like we got to defend that thing. Again, like with the Odu is like, no, I gotta defend this masculinity that I'm supposed to portray because you looking at me like, nigga, really? I wasn't even
looking. I was looking past him, really.
Exactly. But in his mind, like he picked up on what he thought, was some type of attack,
Yeah.
And so like when we look at ourselves and then people are staring, I do this all the time now. I used to be like, why people staring at me? But I realize sometimes it's a confusing look and they don't know how to perceive you. So they just kind of stare, like the dog turn his head sideways, be like, huh? You know what I mean? And then when they do that, it's like they're confused on how to perceive you and like they're confused on how to approach. They don't know, you know what I mean? So, and the person can, when they pick up on your positive, like pure energy, it's more of a humbling thing. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, like, check yourself most times, because when people like feel like they got to be, aggressive against you, then there may be some aggressive energy you're hosting as well. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
I mean, another thing is like a lot of times, like if I am staring, like a lot of times when I'm at the playground, I just marvel because a lot of times it's men with their kids, and I marvel at the fact that I'm just like, yo, this is dope that all of us are out here playing with our kids.
Right.
Because like that doesn't happen.
Maybe he didn't want to be there. That's why he was mad at you.
So I'm just
sure if those are his kids.
No, I mean he was loving it. Like that's the thing. Like he was like loving it. Like I don't know what happened. I just don't. I thought we all was
great. You should have told him that. Maybe that was an opportunity for you to say, brother, I wasn't looking at you, but it's a beautiful thing that all these men are out here with their sons.
Yeah.
Like that's dope, man.
Right.
Fuck you. Confused as shit.
So I got one more. So on the flip side of this, I took my kid yesterday. Was my son's birthday, and so there's this other park that we go to that's near his school, and it's a little more hood. Like it's right across the street from the projects, but it's a nice park. And so yesterday, my kids got the first opportunity to see hood kids.
Wow.
And like they just stared. They were like,
"What them niggas do?"
Because like all the kids were like, they weren't playing on the playground. They were just slap boxing and cursing at each other. I mean, like these kids were like in the age of like from like 6 to like 16, and they all were together and just like chasing each other. Hood things. And so like, Zion, he wanted to like swing, and they had like occupied all the swings. It was like swinging back and forth, and he was like, "Daddy, come on, let's go swing." I was like, "Nah, son."
Go over here.
I'm good. I'm good.
We'll swing once it's open. We'll swing. So,
Wait, so they just sitting on the swings but not swinging?
they were swinging. They were swinging though. But I was like, they all occupied, son. We can't swing. And then poor Avery, he didn't have nobody to play with because like everybody was just chasing. So then he wanted to try to get in. I was like, nah, this is not your flow, man. You just stay at the play set.
You gotta keep taking them over there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They gotta have that balance.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
most people. And that Reese said they think you're a professional ball player. You know what? That's borderline racist. Because I'm a big bald-headed black guy. They be like, "Oh, he got to play football." Like, no, I just work out and I have a family.
You gotta lift weights.
Yo, that's like when I was in Italy on our honeymoon. Everyone thought I was, some big time celebrity. So one dude had the audacity to walk up to me. Excuse me. Who are you? And my wife was next to me. She was like, "He is my husband." So yeah, man. I want to ask y'all. I'm sorry. What are you gonna say? He is what?
He is black.
He is blick. I want to ask y'all. What'd you say?
No, go ahead. You're finishing up this one. I wanted to offer my story that related to last week's episode.
But yeah.
No, I want to ask y'all, what was the hoodest shit you've been exposed to, and you're like, oh my god, like you never been in the situation. You're like, it just fucked your whole bearings up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think.
God, that's tough because I was raised in it, so it's kind of like
even so. Your first realization when you're a kid, like, this is some hood shit. Like just how Derek's kids were like, and they didn't. I'm sure they couldn't contextualize, but
right,
like 10 years later.
I think no matter, I don't know when you see. I guess the first time you see slapboxing in itself is
right.
It just doesn't happen anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's the only place
in the hood, which is why you can't slap box with your hood friends at the good school. Think y'all are fighting. Like, no, this is how we.
This is lunch recess. What are you talking about?
Right. This is all they do is like chase around. They had that.
This is tag.
Look, like they poured all the hot Cheetos on the ground. It was like hot Cheetos everywhere. It was literally. I was like, this is the hood. Like it was the first time it happened. Like usually we go there, it's all good. Got some other little kids playing from like the local area. It's like this time though, it's like everybody was like, "No, we're going to the park today, and we are just going to terrorize." Like they terrorized this little boy, took his ball, and then they try to world star him. It was like world star.
Wow.
You to protect Avery from that
at all costs.
Yo,
man.
I think the funny thing is like being raised in the hood, then going somewhere else and realizing that was some super hood shit. Like I think the first time I was in California, I can't remember where I was at. Can't remember exactly where I was at, but
he was hanging out with Seven.
No, that's a whole other conversation. But we was on the road and we had stopped at a Walmart and I just see a whole group of us hanging out in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their trunks popped and everybody drinking and smoking in the parking lot. I was like, yeah, I must be in the hood because
Kristen says the hoodest thing, the most scariest thing she experienced was being chased with an oil sheen torch. Come on. Yeah.
Oh, like oil sheen bottle, and then like the
it had to be Luster's pink. Everybody in the hood got Luster's pink.
Oh shit! All right, so hold on. I think my hood shit was so my mom decided to be. She didn't like the way my the fit. Okay, when I was growing up playing basketball, at the start of the game, we never had no basketball refs. So they do the public service announcement. Excuse me.
Is anybody here not a ref?
You're in the hood when the refs don't come.
So my mom is like, huh?
You're in the hood when you go to a middle school or elementary school basketball game and the refs get their ass whooped. You're in the hood.
Oh yeah,
run into the car, right?
They trying to get the hell up out of there.
So like my mom was like, "This is ridiculous." So she finally decided, like, I'm gonna be a ref. So she did everything she needed to do to be a ref. But the way that she would get her games and her experiences, she would volunteer. So one of the games she volunteered for was for the Midnight Basketball League, you know, to keep niggas off the street in the 80s. Ronald Reagan was like, let's give them a Midnight Basketball League. So she's officiating the games, and she would always say, I'm free to hire me, and my sons will do the books. So we would keep scoring shit. So one game, man, middle of the game, dudes walked on the court. Hey, yo, game's over, y'all. Game over. People are like, what? The score is like 10 minutes left. Nah, everybody got to get out. Game over. And in the corner, they had this nigga who was like this, and they just kind of, these niggas surrounded him. Like, you ain't going nowhere. Like, everybody out. And they're going to my mom, like, time to go. She's like, what? They were going to padlock the door, turn off the lights, and beat this dude's ass.
Dang.
That's when I was like, that's
but why turn out the lights?
Why keep them on?
Yeah.
They were putting the fear in this nigga, and it was just in the middle of the game.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They kicked everybody out to beat this nigga's ass. So that to me,
yeah, that's beyond hood. That's some gang shit. Gang.
Yeah.
No, I've had my hood moments, and I'm done.
Kaya said,
"What? I don't know what slap boxing is."
Kaya, no, you.
This your people, Ricky.
Yeah, that's my people.
Slap boxing in the street.
We from the Golden Triangle. You know what I mean? You know what slap boxing is. You know it's you literally got your hands open. Yeah. Okay. Let's go through the slap boxing rituals. Okay. You cannot ball your fists.
You can ball them, but you got to hit open.
Yeah, you got to hit open. Okay. And here's the thing: if you're a punk and you get hit too hard, the fist gets closed, and then they fight for real.
Like when it hits you, like it hits the ear. Yeah, in your face,
and then they get mad. But you
don't
hit me hard.
My face. Don't hit me in my face. Don't hit me in my face.
My ear, dog.
Right. We used to do body shots all the time. We used to do like body up, man. Like then you could just go hard as you want to. But I'm like, you realize how dumb that was? You hit somebody in the kidneys and just
Yeah, you don't. Hey, listen. When you're young, you don't think about shit. Matter of fact, it's a miracle to survive your youth. Because half of it, you don't know what the fuck is going on, and then the other half, you're just too stupid to care.
Yep.
When they tell you exactly what's gonna happen, like, shut the fuck up, man.
Right. Like you could die from this. Like, man, whatever. Like, okay. Yeah.
They shooting. Oh, let's go watch. Let's go see.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Run into the fight.
One of
the dumbest things we used to do growing up, we used to drive around and go randomly dunk on people's basketball goals in their yard. So we would drive around to the nicer neighborhoods, and everybody had a ball, and we go dunk and shoot on their goal, and then run and go to the next house and just. I'm like, do you realize we all could have died?
I have friends who used to do the same thing, but they used to go swimming in people's swimming pools.
Oh God,
that's another level.
Yeah, that's a little bit too far.
A whole nother level.
But the dumb stuff we did.
I was going to ask, what's the dumbest fight you got into? Like, what's the dumbest? Like, I almost got into a fight as a grown ass man. Might have been 3 years ago. We had a club in New York. We had a good ass time. Nigga gonna cut me in line to get my jacket, man. Yeah, because it's not like he had one ticket. He had like 10 tickets. And then people started giving the nigga tickets. And so I was like, yo, my man, the fuck, yo?
You thought he saw your weakness, huh?
Looking into my soul. I gotta fight you now.
But
you know I can't handle that.
You somewhere because you'd be like, why does nigga think I'm the nigga to skip and use 10 tickets?
Right.
But I forgot you can't do that with a woman. You know what I mean? Because then that dude will take advantage of you. He'll take your pride in front of your lady. Like, you ever see a dude get his ass beat in front of his lady?
Oh wow!
In front of his kids.
That's the worst
story. I have a great story, and Kristen is in here. She can vouch for this. this might have been a hood thing. It was definitely a stupid thing. So we used to egg. We used to just egg houses or just egg people. This is and I'm talking like college age. This is what we did when we were all together back home, me and my friends. So we would just go to the store, buy like a big 24 pack of eggs, a couple of them. Eggs are cheap. And then we ride out and it was usually like it was definitely after midnight, like super late hours. And we just ride through the streets of Houston, egging people and things and whatnot.
That's crazy.
Not me, I was kidnapped. Truth be told, she was kidnapped this time. We were not egging. We were just like, no, we were egging. Anyway, we driving through the streets. It's me, Kristen, my boy Daniel.
Telling everybody. He telling on everybody.
No, it's me, Daniel, Jeff, Kristen, and somebody else there. I can't remember. Feel lucky. Anyway, we all riding around. We got some eggs. It wasn't her idea. It was definitely our idea. So we're going to egg people. We driving down Westheimer and we see my boy Garrett drive up just randomly. We didn't even know he was in town, nothing. He just pulled up on side of us and he's always ready to go. Always. So he was like, yo, we egging. So we gave him some eggs. He jumped in the car in front of us. So we're driving in Rice Village. And
explain Rice Village for the people who don't know.
Rice Village is like, it's a uppity part of town.
It's the city where Rice University is.
Yes.
It's exactly. There's a lot of shops and stores. You know, people go over there for nightlife. Pervy was there too. Okay. So we putting all the people in here. He was. That's right.
How big was his car?
Right. That's a lot of people.
We had two vans. We had
Oh
my Lord. We had what was the car, Chris?
Wait, hold on. Don't act like y'all ain't fitting 8 motherfuckers in the Geo Metro before, man.
We sure did.
Listen, we fit them if we had to. But this particular time, so long story short, it's late at night. We're on Kirby, about to turn into Rice Village. And so Garrick is in front of us in the car, and we're driving behind him. So he turns, and we see them pause, and you see, boom, boom, 2 eggs, right? And then my boys pulled off. Well, this car comes out in the street, makes a U-turn, and chases them. And so now they're chasing through Rice Village, just 2 lanes, and they're like on each of the lanes chasing. Anyway, so my boy stops the car, and other car stops on the side of him. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Somebody about to get shot. And the car stops, and next thing you see is bloop, bloop, 2 more eggs. 2 more eggs go into the car. Like they threw it into my man's lap.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So my man gets out the car, and no, he didn't get out the car. My boy Garrett gets out the car, runs around, and I probably shouldn't have said his name. So Garrett runs around the car, boom, kicks the dude's door, and the dude gets out, and his dude gets out, and his friend gets out. His friend comes around the car. By the time his friend gets around to the car, Buddy has gotten 2-pieced and is on the ground, right? His boy looks at him and looks up at my homie, and he just walks around back to the other car and gets in. He didn't help him up. He didn't do nothing. And then come to find out, it was 2 other women in the car. And so it's just like, so when you just said that, you get your pride took in front of your woman. We were totally in the wrong, by the way.
Clearly.
So just claim that.
I don't think anybody would disagree with you on that one.
Right.
Yo, let me tell you my story, because I know we have to get into. But this ties back into last week. So over the weekend, went to celebrate my godson's birthday, Derek's son Avery. So we up there, and we left the birthday party. We're driving back to their house, and right before we're about to turn on the street, we're at a stoplight, and there's this homeless guy, and he's asking for money, food, whatever. And so we had leftover cake and cupcakes that Erica so wonderfully made. They were delicious. And so we were like, we can give him a cupcake. And so Malika sticks her hand out the car and she's like, hey, and he runs over to the car. She was like, oh, he's running here. He must be really hungry, right? And so he reaches to grab the cupcake. And I look and I'm like, what? And I said, hold up, babe. Is that a crack pipe? My man had a crack pipe.
Bruh.
He was open carrying a crack pipe. Took the cupcake with his crack pipe and just started eating it. I'm sure he loved it. But he definitely had a crack pipe.
Wow.
Think back to last week's cracky conversations. And it was, yo, that was it. Crack is real.
I got a quick question. Just homeless people, just think about that. Like, if you look at a homeless person, you be like, I know for a fact you do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you still feel obligated to give them something, or do you do it?
I always just offer food. Because 9 times out of 10, they were like, can I get some money for something to eat? And I was like, cool. How about this? I just buy you a meal. I will never forget this. I was in a chicken spot, and I was getting fish though, but I was in a chicken spot. And there's this guy, he came in and he was like, yo, I'm hungry. You got any money? I was like, nah, I don't carry cash on me. I was like, you know what? Let me buy you a meal. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I was like, you sure, man? I was like, I got you, whatever you want. He's like, nah. I was like, yo, I'll buy it. He's like, no, I'm not. I was like, so you don't want to eat? So everybody else was just like, man, he want drugs. I was like, I know.
We know he want that.
I just want to try to see if he gonna get this food.
So, gonna have to eat eventually. So I think you know the thing.
But yeah, like, I mean, I was at a I wouldn't tell the story. But anyway.
Are we obligated to are we like, is it our responsibility what they spend it on if we give it to them?
To me, that's
is it honoring giving?
That's a DJ Elbow question, because
right.
My thing is, like, according to him, if you give them money and they're gonna go buy crack, then you just contributing to their habit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's technically sowing and reaping. Like, like I said, if you know a person is on drugs, and I give money is energy, right? So if I take that money, which is also energy, and I give it to you, I'm also planting the seed into that particular thing. You know what I'm saying?
Even though if you do drugs, you don't spend everything you have on drugs, because you have to get other things at some point.
You don't know no addicts.
I'm like, what crackhead community were you living in? Shit.
That goes back to that question you asked. Do you want book? We want crack or clothes? Which one?
Yo, for real. I think there's some folk who listen, I'm gonna do everything I can to spend every dime I have on crack, and I'll do everything I can. Like that whole, like, I'll suck your dick, nigga. Like, where that comes from. The dude will stoop that low to smoke crack. And it wasn't like people say, oh, that's unbelievable. He wouldn't do that. Everyone, yeah, okay, all right. I can understand.
So my question is,
give them more than $1 or water, because I guess more than $1. So
my question is this though. So for the drug dealer who accepts the offer of I'll suck your dick from the dude, from the crack addict, is he gay?
Yes.
No, he's just having an experience.
He's having a gay experience.
Okay.
Experience be minimized to just sexual acts. There's so much more to gay.
Have y'all ever been addicted to anything? Y'all ever had ever experienced addiction?
God, yes.
I'm currently addicted to some things.
Good. So you know what? I'm sorry. I couldn't get this thought out of my head, and I just got to go there and say it. Like, because like obviously everybody's watched porn, right? And
I haven't.
Talking about when they touch. Ask Ricky when they touch.
Yeah, and if it's ass touch, nuts touch, or whatever, like you touch a dude, and I'm like, but you made me think. It's like, wait, that doesn't really make him gay if he wanted his dick suck, So like, if a dude you know, they having a threesome, and all of a sudden they
Russell says,
What did I walk
all, everything. That's, you know, but does that make them gay if like, hey man, my balls actually just rub against yours? I don't know. I ain't like that feeling. Or did I like that feeling? You know, make them question it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that question, you know, not to get too serious, because I know you're asking it in fun, but like, you know what
Both.
I'm saying?
Both.
It takes much more than that to make gay. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like the whole.
It's a lifestyle.
It's kind of like the whole. It takes more than me. This is my personal opinion. Maybe I'm not going to get on that right now. Let me stick to one thing at a time. I feel like, yeah, it just takes more than that to, like, that's like, you can't just, like today, I was training my friend, but I'm not a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying? I've trained someone. I've trained a person. You know,
well, technically,
I guess you're right. But
yeah, that's like, you know, hiring a substitute teacher. Like, I'm not a, you know, I didn't get a degree in math, but I'm just substituting in this particular math class. So, am I just there for the experience, or am I a math teacher? You know what I'm saying?
You're not a math teacher,
but I'm there for the experience.
Yeah, it's just you had.
And you're gonna have quite the experience as a sub. Trust me.
Yeah, like, I DJ'd. I was telling myself like, "Yo, I did a good job last night. I did a Janet Jackson tribute, and I was like, that shit was dope. Like, but I had 5 people show up on my Twitch page, right? Like, was it still a party? To me, it was.
Yeah.
But are you who you are because of what people see in you?
Come on.
Or are you who you are because, you know, this is who you are? I don't care what you define me as. This is just, this is just me. You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so
man.
The answer is, it depends on if you like it, Ricky.
Yeah, well, Reese also said, intention makes the difference.
Dang,
if it was
Reese.
intentional, if it was intentional, then you
man.
are it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you know what? That brings up a good.
The segue.
Kristen says, preach. Yes, Reese dropping knowledge always.
All right.
Bel-Ami's face is like.
I just feel like everything we're saying needed some church chorus. Just, you know.
Yes.
Okay, we ain't gonna get sued for that.
Wait, was you playing that? That was you playing?
No,
that was totally you too.
Yo, so I do have another topic. I want to talk about Biden and reparations that he's been giving out.
Hit us with it.
Yeah, I'm looking at DJ Elbow because I like to catch
I'm not responding to that. You try to get me to respond. I don't respond to that.
So this is the thing, right? And I call it reparations because I don't think in the end we're not ever going to get reparations. And so, like, you know, I got to respect people who are doing it, you know, the other way. So yesterday, Biden signed the Child Benefit Act. And for individuals who make $75,000 or less, or couples who make $150,000 or less, if you have a kid who are 6 years old or younger, you get $600 per child per month for the next 6 months, for the rest of the year, basically. Wow. And then if they're older than 6, then you it's got like a sliding scale. But basically that just means you get, if you have one kid, you get $7,200. I think it's $600. It might be $300 per child. One of those. I think it's $300 per child. But I was like, oh, this is like reparations. Mm-hmm. I came to this conclusion like this morning because I was like, if you think about it, you know, not too. It's being stereotypical. I'm speaking freely. Ain't too many of us who are of the person of color persuasion who makes as a couple more than $150,000. And you know, most of us have kids, and so you know, it's his way of trying to, you know, give reparations, and I feel good about it. But then the other part of me also sort of feels kind of like, you know, I think people don't see the other side of it, which is the more money he keeps pumping into into our economy, the less it's going to be worth.
Right. No, Chris said,
yeah.
He's giving us child support.
Yeah, he's giving us, which made me wonder, like, man, do I need to keep paying? I was gonna write a letter to my lawyer to be like, yo, since he's doing this, do I still need to keep paying child support? Because technically he's paying it for me.
Paying it for you.
You know, it's so interesting because, and where's Elbow Greasy at? Like,
that's his thing.
He need to fix his camera. I'm back. But it's one of those things like, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't even start to frame it as anything racially motivated.
Oh, I know it's not. That was me joking. I know this is reparations.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I think that happens far too often. Our causes get hijacked, or our suffering gets hijacked and, you know, thrown in with, oh, it's all poor people. No, some of us are rich and still need protection.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, and some of us, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I got 2 kids under 6 years old.
Hey, look.
So
I'm out of it, unfortunately. Fortunately, I take that back.
Shoot the club up.
Right. You know what? One thing, I mean, I can't get away from it. You know, it's like, why does everything have to be like racially motivated? You know, no matter what it is, it has to be like a race thing. You know, and which always drives me back to like, do we not feel like a human race ever, or will we ever feel like a human race? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, even when you say things like people of color, like, I mean, and I'm not a English major or anything like that, but some words that we say, I always kind of scrutinize them. If you say like people of color, but then when we say people of color, that's like black people. But if you say people of color, and that's technically everybody, because everybody's a different color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're so trained and programmed, which is why I keep saying reprogram. Like, we're so programmed to hear people of color, and then we say black or yellow and brown.
Everybody but white, basically.
Everybody but and it's like
so white ain't a color.
Right.
And people of color, you're giving power to the fact that white is the norm.
Thank you.
So one thing I stopped doing though, for real, is like, I don't say minority, because by saying minority, you automatically putting yourself at a disadvantage.
A deficit concept.
Yeah, at a deficit. So I'm like, I don't say minority at all.
Right.
That's why they say
BIPOC now.
What is BIPOC?
Biracial. It's biracial, interracial, people of color. I think that's what it is.
Biracial and interracial?
That's a thing?
Yeah. I give you the right definition. I think that's it, but
that's not it.
It's black.
It's something indigenous.
Black indigenous. No, I think it's biracial indigenous. But
wouldn't biracial make you color?
So black indigenous people of color. Black indigenous
people of color.
Started in the early 2010s by Sandra E. Garcia.
What is it again? Say it again. Black indigenous people of color.
Black indigenous and people of color. Basically everybody but white people.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it's still
but I think that is just, hey, listen, I gotta give it to white people, bro. They really won in like normalizing shit as them standard.
They are the standard.
Yes.
Look, I know you don't want to agree with it, and that's fine, Lever.
I haven't even said anything, man.
What you about to say, Lever? I could feel it.
I want to hear what you got.
No, I was literally listening to what Bel-Ami was saying, man.
And then this dude started yelling at me.
Yeah, maybe that was my insecurity. You were staring at me.
You saw his.
You saw my insecurity.
It's to separate black and indigenous from people of color. So, like, I guess
it's still too much. We're just people, man.
That's the thing is like the more they try to like create these different terminologies and definitions, the only thing you're constantly doing is separating everybody. You know, no matter how many ways you word it, like the root of it all is still like I need to separate these people from these people. You know, like,
yeah, but I think the idea of that is because the people want to cherish their heritage, and there's a part that you don't want to be forgotten or to be integrated into
whatever.
That's
the thing. See, honestly,
whatever.
That part right there is the part that just makes me just irritated because it's like when you say I want to protect this, I want to protect my culture. Let's say culture. When sometimes I hear the word culture and also think of cult. Cult that is part of your nature. Cult, nature, cult, nature, culture. You know what I'm saying? So most of us don't really have a culture. Okay, but when we trying to protect something, and then we say, so we can do this whatever thing. So the whatever part is like, so you don't even know what you're technically trying to protect. You know what I'm saying? And so you're protecting something that makes absolutely really no sense to you, but you constantly defending it over and over and over. So again, every time we try to define something, we keep pushing further way back, and then somebody like, oh yeah, that's the new thing, BIPOC or EPOC, whatever it is, that's the new thing, but technically it's still saying the same thing. It's still saying that white people are separate from all the other races, and we're just like, this is the new thing. No, it's technically still the same thing.
Still the same thing.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to break the narrative. Yeah,
I think on that for a few days.
I think you missed out on the conversation I was having. I don't think you were around when I was talking about like the idea that I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and his mother sort of disowned him because it wasn't him, it was a friend of his, because he only identified as American, not as like Black American. Or it was like, it was another part of the conversation that sort of went with like he was having a conversation with a woman, and so they went back and forth, and it was like, oh, what are you? How do you consider yourself? She was a white woman. She was like, oh, I'm an American, and so she's like, well, what am I? She's like, I'm a Black American, and so or African American, and he was like, so I'm just not American, and she was like, no, you can't just be American. And like that's the issue. It's like because like as long as we are divided, we'll never be seen as equal.
Right. So you should do.
So
two things here. Kristen says race is a created social construct anyway, so we will continue to define it socially. That's interesting. Insert any term that attempts to define. And Russell says the term white people didn't exist before the 16th century. Russ is the first one to pop back into the VIP section. So
and the idea that race, the reason why they use the word race is because it's a competition. That's how they defined it.
Thank you.
They defined it as race because it was
right.
supposed to be a competition.
Right. And that's just so like, again, the words that we're using, we're so numb to them. We just say them like it's nothing nowadays. It said race separating black, white. So you have this race and you put everybody in a different category. Now you niggas got to run to figure out, how you fit into this circle of life, which is the dumbest thing is like we are all in this circle of life. So why do we have to be separated? So I just, I try not to be so deep with words and different things that we say because, we're so used to saying them, but they have so much power, to, you know what I mean? But it goes back to the intentions. Like we talked about before with everything else, gay and all this penis talk and stuff. Sorry.
Words do have power, and that's why, I'm going to make sure I do my workouts for the rest of the strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
It sounds weird, but I've been saying it every morning now.
Wait, and I literally had just guys like rest of the strong.
I don't even like saying the word weak no more or good morning. I obviously if I say certain things now, I check my intentions. If a person's not there, I'm not gonna be like, don't say good morning, it means you're dying every day. I ain't gonna say that, but because if you say good morning, like good morning, okay, so like you're thinking of already dying and mourning over some type of particular death.
Well, wait. But
Mhm.
morning. So are we now saying that words can't have two meanings?
Yo,
anymore?
double entendres, man.
See, that's the thing.
Goes back to what Reese said. Intention is what matters.
Intention is what really matters.
If your intention is, if you have if for you the word morning, just connotatively you think, morning with the U, then you probably need to shift, you know what I'm saying, that word out of your vocabulary. Either that or have just some more experiences that allow you to associate it with the other morning.
Thank you. See, that's another thing I'm talking about. So, like, if we say certain words and you live a certain type of life, the words that you're saying are only confirming your particular life. So, if you wake up sad every single day, you're depressed about your life, then you constantly
good
saying,
morning.
Good morning. You're constantly confirming and affirming exactly what's going on in your life. So, you want to change the narrative, change the words you say. Just switch it, like completely flip it, reprogram your thoughts. It's like, I need to stop saying good morning because my life really sucks right now. You know what I mean? If I say grand rising, that's a completely different mindset. When you wake up and say grand rising, you depressed and you want to keep saying, oh, good morning. Think about it. How do you say like good morning? Then you're like grand rising. Even the tone is different. You know what I'm saying? So if you're sad, what you don't want to be sad no more.
That light bulb just hit lever, boy. I saw it go off.
I'm adjusting my seat. That's all.
I think this was just the perfect segue because we need to move through some other combos.
Oh yeah,
the perfect segue right now. And you were just talking about reprogramming. Why would you discuss that?
I like how you did that. Yo, I'm all about reprogramming your mindset. My goal in life is to help us figure out our purpose. At my weakest point in life, I feel like I didn't have a purpose in life. So my main goal was to reprogram my thoughts, which is why I tell you over and over and over, reprogram your life completely. You have to be conscious. You have to be aware. Okay. The foundation to your life is understanding who you are, what your purpose here in life. And if you have a good fitness routine and you're healthy and you're happy, you can build whatever you want on top of this life and create it. So if you guys need help, figure out your purpose in life while getting fit at the same time, make sure you go to rpgm.us and I would definitely be happy to help you out.
That's right.
Yo, listen, couldn't have said it any better. Yo, I also want to remind you wherever you are, hopefully you got some value out of that last piece of our conversation. But wherever you are, make sure you just pause for a second, hit that like, subscribe, follow button. And we're here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And this is the only podcast, I guarantee you, I dare you to find me another. And if you do, fuck you because you wasted your time. The point is to say, this is the only podcast where we invite you to be a part of the audience. And listen, we invite you to come on here, think and speak freely. And one such person has already decided to join us. And I would like to get to him. I'm sure he has something to say on our last topic. And I would like to get to him before we
that's cool.
Get to pick a side. So I'm going to bring in my brother, the one and only Russell Guest.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Russ.
What's up, y'all?
Man.
What's happening, brothers?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Nah, I'm here chilling, man. I didn't even, you know what? I'm sitting here. I've been working since like 11 this morning, sending out emails and things for this new single that the artist I work with just dropped. But Meryl Soul dropped a double single, and I've just been sending out emails, connecting with DJs and different publications and stuff like that. And I happened to jump on YouTube for a second to check out some other stuff, and I saw that y'all was live. And I was like, oh, shoot, I want to see what they talk about. Then y'all get to talk about race and words, and man, hold up. I'm here.
What's your take? What's your
I'm here. Well, first thing, I may have to step backwards. Okay, so Rick, I understand you want freedom. That's what you search for. You want freedom. You're trying to get to a place to where you feel free within your tongue, in the least, right? Mm-hmm. But if it's one thing that I'm not gonna say, if it's one thing that I learned, and I was taught by Outspoken B, English is one of the few languages that is a language of words and not a language of meaning.
Say that again.
English is one of the few tongues, dialects, whatever you want to say, that is a language of words, not a language of meaning. This is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So you go back to early tongues like Hebrew and Aramaic and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they might say something like, they might say light, right? Well, to us, light means light. Like I cut my lamp on and, I can see. But to them, first thing you have to remember is for them, the only light they knew of was natural light. The only other light they knew other than natural light was like fire.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, light had so many different meanings. So light can mean actual light, like the light from the sun. Light could also mean your inner light. Light could also mean spiritual light. You know what I'm saying? Just so many different off of one word, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point that there are certain things that are said in Hebrew that can't even be translated to English because it's more or less what and how I'm saying it as opposed to the words that I'm using. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like you go to Spanish. Technically, ojo means eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like a superstitious saying that if you see something and it strikes you as peculiar, you have to touch it so you don't give it ojo, meaning that it'll be cursed. There's no English translation for that. So I say all that to say like I understand your pain and I understand what you're communicating, but the issue is that English is a fucked up language, and that's really all there is to it.
Thank you. Hey man, hey, real talk. I'm so glad that you said that, and because that's what I've been feeling for the longest. I mean, it's like, and I think I shared this a couple of times. When I talk about my whole speech impediment, and I've been in reading classes since I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
And when I finally got to high school, I finally found a teacher who helped me to articulate my thoughts. And the only thing she was telling me is like, what I would do is I would look at the words and I would see like there, though, they, and I'm like, all these words that almost sound exactly the same, but have 10 different meanings. And my brain would automatically be like, why do all these words sound the same, different spelling, but using different contexts? That's what I was trying to say as a kid, but I couldn't communicate that. I'm just like, this is stupid. And, A-N, A-N-D, A-N-N. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? So you confirm exactly what I've been thinking for the longest, which is why I guess I get bothered when people take words like and put so much energy and passion behind it and they defend something that technically doesn't have a real meaning to it. It really means whatever you want it to mean. Really.
I mean, just think about it. You can either be right or go right.
There you go again. See, I got mad at myself.
You can go left or get left.
Exactly. And is it W-R-I-T-E or R-I-G-H-T?
Hey, man.
Or R-I-T-E? All those are right.
It's true.
R-I-G-H-T.
So like, I guess the part that, and I keep talking about reprogramming, and I'm so grateful that you said that. It's just like being able to say and choose a word and pick a thing and have it to be your own meaning, and people accept it and receive it instead of defending it and cutting it off and being like, that's just wrong. Like, technically it's all wrong, but we have to connect on the deeper level so you can understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I think.
Hey yo, what's your name? Guess you.
It's guess sir. That's my screen name. But
oh, that's what's up. Yo, you fucked my whole head up, B. Like, for real, like, I love books more than crack, more than anything. I love language and words, and I speak English, and I love to write, and I be thinking I say some shit that makes sense, and you just define my struggle, because I always thought like what I'm saying means some shit and I put passion behind it. But you just basically said all this shit I've been writing and saying I ain't saying shit. Man, you fucked my head up. That's my wife like, yo, would you shut the fuck up? You ain't saying shit. And now I could say this is why. Like this whole time, I thought I had meaning. I thought I had meaning, man.
Hey, I'll give you one that messed me up. It was either today. It was today or yesterday. I read this thing and it basically said like all reading is looking at wood and hallucinating.
Oh,
wow.
Wait, looking at what?
Wood.
Wow.
All
So,
reading is looking
paper,
at wood and wood and hallucinating.
So think about this now, DJ Elbow Greasy. Would you rather have
No.
books or clothes?
I'll take clothes for 500, Alex.
Yo,
That's
But being a black man in this motherfucking country, sometimes you need to hallucinate. You know what
But
I'm
look,
saying?
I think Reese makes the point though. She's like, American English is just another example of colonization of languages.
thank you.
And that's it. I mean,
Thank you.
yo,
Dude, and the communication, I don't want to misquote, Bel-Ami with the whole communication thing, and I think that's something that we have to be okay with. However you communicate is totally fine. I should not have to make you communicate the way that I can understand. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because we technically all saying the same thing, it's just communicated differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because people get upset and frustrated because I don't understand the way you understand it. No, you got to say it this way. And I'm like, that's just not
by
fair.
forcing people to speak your way, you're trying to dominate them.
Thank you.
That's religion. Hello.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to say.
Don't get me started.
Everybody's
Go
trying to
there.
say there is God. He is to be revered, but you do it different. You do it different. You're supposed to do it this way.
Yo, well, real quick, I want to say, all right, Kadre, thanks for sticking around.
Peace, Kadre.
Enjoy
Peace,
the
Kadre.
job.
Kadre always in the cut.
But what's crazy is
Reese shouts you out too, Russ.
Yeah.
What's up, Reese?
What's crazy is I was watching Islam Explained in 10 Minutes, and like it was so like, you know how like the biggest thing about Islam is that like they don't have any pictures of Muhammad or God, right? And so like so they were going through like the whole story, and so at the end the reason why that's so is because when Muhammad came back from, he went on like this pilgrimage, I forgot what it's called, something about the night, but he went to Mecca and to the, is it called the Kaaba? It's called the Kaaba. I don't think it's called the Kaaba. It's the black stone square thing. So there was a bunch of different like idols around it. So he went and he like crushed all the idols and he destroyed them all. And like the idea of that was that the reason he said that like there should be no other image but of the unknown, unseen God. And so like that's why you don't see a picture of Muhammad, because it's not about him. He's like, if there was a picture of me, then you guys are gonna make this about me. Sounds like another religion. But and I was just like, yo, because he's like, this is about God and what God wants for us, not about what I want. It's all about what God wants. And I was just like, yo,
look what Reese said, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. And we're talking about indigenous cultures, you know, the names.
You got it. Go ahead.
No, yes, that's right. You know what I'm saying? American names like purpose, whereas many other cultures, language place purpose in the child's name. Yes, you know, and I have a lot of Indian friends, and you know, we talk about their names and they say, well, my name means this, my name means that. Most of it, I mean, we can look up in a dictionary and say, you know, what your name means, but it doesn't have like a culturistic like meaning. It doesn't really have that stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my name's Ricky. It means Prince and good guy.
No, but for my kids, we purposely picked out their name.
Right.
Like we like researched and everything. But I definitely get what you're saying, where I think, you know, a lot of what we do in this country, in this culture is all, it's all consumerism. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We don't know what the
hell.
hell
That's the greatest religion that there is.
Right. So it's
consumption. So
the question is, since you got Russ on here with this awesome, you started this thing, mate. How would you suggest?
Oh wait, hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, let me hold you on too, Rick.
Go ahead.
Because halfway through your question or your comment to Russ, I was like, is this nigga? Anyway, I'm gonna let you go ahead, finish.
No. Say it. What are you about to say?
No, yeah. I just want to hear what he's about to say. It's either gonna confirm
or deny
what I'm thinking in my head right now.
Well, what I'm about to say?
No. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't have interrupted you.
No, there's this is something that's been bothering me for a number of years, and I feel like we're here, so I might as well say it.
If it's still
Like,
get it looked at.
If it keeps coming back,
oh man, y'all are worse. Nah, but for real, we talk about names. Like, I mean, I grew up in an era where, like, you know, my name was my grandmother's name inverted. Like, her name is Vert Lee, and so my name is Lee Vert, right? But like, I grew up in also an era where there were like black folks who had names like Malcolm, you know, Martin, you know, Marcus, right? And then there was a period where you didn't hear those names anymore. It's like you heard
Daquan,
right,
Deshaun,
And now this
I had a student named Oksana. And the only Oksana I ever knew was Oksana Bayul. So I said, how did you get your name, such a beautiful name? And she's like, my mama said she didn't know what she was going to name me. And then the nurse was like, well, in my country, our favorite figure skater is Oksana Bayul. She's like, all right, I'll just use Oksana, right? So is it that we just don't value those who came before us and keep the name alive? Or is it that we're so disconnected and disappointed from our former leaders and from our culture that we just make up our own shit? Like,
I don't think you have to look that far. I think we're so disjointed and been so decimated, our family structure, that we don't connect with our family. You know, our previous, you know, somebody used to abuse me, so I'm not going to name my first son after him. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I didn't know him, so I'm just going to make up a new name. I don't care about the grandfather.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, where I think that, like, I mean, when you live in a country like ours, you begin to develop a highly individualistic mentality. So it's like, I'm about to carve my own, pay my own way. And so, like, I'm going to create and start this whole thing where, you know, I'm going to name all my kids, you know, with the letter X. Or after, you know, different liquors.
Ooh, this is a very, very heavy statement. Very heavy statement. I think we're disconnected from our families because our names used to be lineage tracking devices when we weren't included in the census. That's why so many Williamses and Smiths and Smiths in the black. I don't shoot, it's certain names that you won't find in white folks anymore. It's just all black. That's a really good one.
What, like Cleophas or something like that?
No, I mean like last names. I'm trying to think of a last name that you don't really hear.
It's Cleophas. Y'all didn't catch that? Shit.
That's just an old last name.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Jones.
Felicia. That's the White Jones. That's the White
Jones, definitely.
Felicia. What about Felicia? I ain't heard many Felicias in a while.
Bye.
Wow. No, I got roots with Felicia. Oh wait, hold on. I got roots with Felicia, and then there's the other one I made fun of in our own culture.
Lemangelo. Spelled lemon jello. I had one of those and a Jodeci.
You did not have a Jodeci.
I did have a Jodeci. I promise you, I had a Jodeci.
You a damn lie.
Yeah.
I had a Denzel. I had a Denzel.
I had a Gucci.
I think everybody had a Lexus.
No, but Gucci.
Oh, you did not have no Gucci. No, you didn't.
He was extremely intelligent. Gucci was one of my favorite students.
I had a love star.
What about Shatid? You had Shatid spelled Shitthead.
Of course.
All right, I think.
Y'all gotta stop this.
I know, right? All right.
All Just my opinion, there's a danger through naming a child after someone famous. What if that child doesn't resemble the famous person's characteristics? It will be awkward. Don't you think?
You know what? He brought up a really good point. That's what I was going to say about like names, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't, not only do we understand like the meaning behind it, but the power behind the name. Again, it goes back to like being able to say, I'm choosing this to use this particular word and my intentions behind the word. But so if a person didn't go throughout their life not feeling like they don't have a purpose, not feeling like they matter, is because even in the beginning, when I named you, it was like, I'm just going to name you this. So you started off with I'm just going to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now you're going through life. I don't know my purpose. I don't know what I'm doing. I just feel like I'm just existing. Yeah, because we just kind of threw a name out there. Said, you look like a Tiffany. Here you go, Tiffany.
This one right here, Cherie says, Nigerians have a naming ceremony where many family members give the child a name. I think that it links back to what you just said, Ricky, because they enter with intention. So they bring their intention to child, you know what I'm saying? And deliver this intention upon the child. Just kind of like when you deliver hugs and kisses, that energy translates, you know, they absorb that. So I think that's part of it as well. Like, you know, some people, they'll be so aptly named. You're like, how did your parents figure out to name you this? And you became, you know what I'm saying? This person.
Right.
So you hear about the student LE-AH.
LaDasha.
LaDasha. You heard about LaDasha?
Yeah. I saw that. Like, he ran it, huh?
Niggas just recycle these stories because they Kristen said she had a child named
Demand.
What's his last name right here?
Dude, that was a good one.
I wouldn't be able to help myself.
I had a kid.
I wouldn't be able to help myself.
Right.
Named Messiah. There was a kid on the playground named Messiah.
Really?
What about that kid that was named Dakotas?
Oh yeah, Dakotas.
You a damn lie.
No. His name was he was a football player, right?
No.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Hey, clearly he was Dakotas.
He really was Dakotas though.
Yo, here, let's Russ, you want to join us for Pick a Side?
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Better.
Right.
Listen, I just want to take a moment really quickly, wherever you are watching this, however you're watching this, please click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that bell notification icon so you can be notified whenever we go live. Free Agents Podcast here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. This is our new night. This is our third week?
Second
week?
It feels like it's three.
Second show on a Tuesday night. And our numbers are up, so we love it. We appreciate y'all for sticking through.
Yeah. And I was going to say, we just appreciate everybody who's been like liking and resharing like our posts and stuff. Like that's dope. We really appreciate that. So
and
it helps a lot.
One further request too. We love the fact that you all are involved in the chat during the live show. We love it. We love it. We love it. If you could, please, it really helps us as well, the way these algorithms work, for you to go in and just, put a comment in, even if it's just an emoji, drop something in after the show goes live and it's on there. That helps more people see what we're actually putting out. Yeah. It's cool that we're active here, but we also need a little bit more activity after the fact.
Yeah, go to the old shows too.
Yeah,
go to those, and we have clips now. Excited about that. So we got clips. If you just want to watch Pick a Side, you can just watch Pick a Side.
You can have a Pick a Side marathon, make a playlist, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
Pick a Side. Next segment of the Free Agents podcast. And Russell, since this is your first time, Pick a Side is a lesson. Russell, we need you to scoot in.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Thank you. You was picking a side, I guess.
Yes, side.
So Pick a Side is a lesson. And, here, Think and Speak Freely is the one rule that we have on this show. So Pick a Side is a lesson in practice, rather. It's not a lesson. It's a practice in owning your shit, bro. And so what's going to happen is we're each going to present scenarios with two choices, and you're going to pick a side with no explanation. And The point is to just practice. Look, living in your shit, bro. You make a choice. As men, we have to pick a side every day. If you know what I'm saying. We put our pants on, one leg at a time. We got to pick a side. So, pick a side, and you just gonna live with it. The only way that we can explain our choice is if someone in the chat asks us to clarify or asks us to go a little bit further in depth with an explanation. We're going to try to make it through this entire pick a side without explaining ourselves, however accidentally it just happens. But yeah, the only way we'll elaborate is if you ask us to in the chat. So now's the time to be active. If you would like to pop in here as well and join us at any time throughout this, you can do just like Russell has, pop into the VIP section by using that link in your chat. Derek, you gonna start us off?
Yeah. All right, I got a good one. I'm trying not to say would you rather because there's other podcasts that say that. So pick a side. Be all powerful, be the most powerful in the room, or be the greatest in the room.
Powerful.
Greatest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So we go in order. So
Okay.
waiting on DJ Elbow Greasy. He's just taking this.
He likes to marinate and think on things.
Greatest.
I'd go with the greatest too.
I gave my answer already, so
it's all good.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you
said. I said greatest.
I'm also gonna go with the greatest.
Hey, I made it.
All right,
Bel-Ami.
All right. Cherie says she knew a girl named Summer Meadow Rose.
Wow,
that is very summery.
Reese's
very sunlighty ass.
You want to join for pick a side? Thumbs up. Okay.
All right, come on, Reese. Reese in here. Reese, you can go ahead and finish this last one. We said, would you rather be the most powerful or the greatest?
Greatest.
Dang.
Oh,
that's only one person that said powerful, huh?
By yourself there, buddy.
Just remind you now, it's 5 of y'all greatest niggas. How's that? I'm telling y'all to pick greatest. Know that Jedi mind trick because all right. And I know I just can't get past this last week's conversation.
Disclaimer.
Here we go. Would you rather have a drug addiction or a spending habit? Like unmanageable, both unmanageable.
I think addiction is one thing, but unmanageable, that could be messy.
You're explaining, sir.
So pick a side.
Pick a side.
Drug addiction.
Dang. I'm definitely going with spending addiction.
Spending addiction all day.
Spending.
Is that a piano?
Spending. I mean, well, you already have a drug addiction, so keep it going.
And it's legal.
Yes,
and it's fine. It's fine. Nobody is judging you for it.
Hey, we all have our addictions. We all admit it to having our own addictions.
Technically, a drug addiction is a spending addiction.
People could be giving it to you.
No, not if you grow your own or people give it to you. You're good.
Or if you sucking dick for it. You ain't spending nothing.
Or jacking someone off. Difference.
In the parking lot.
Whatever services you're giving.
Before they get hired.
This is all very reckless.
You had to watch last week.
Yeah, y'all walked into some shit.
Good,
Elbow.
good. All right, Elbow
it's on
Grease,
you.
it's on you.
All right. So yesterday was Janet Jackson's birthday.
Oh, so it was my son's birthday.
And speaking of which, it was also Ralph Tresvant's birthday. So if you're on an island and the only music you had access to was either all the New Edition's albums
Okay.
or all of Janet Jackson's music, which would you choose?
New Edition. Sorry, that was easy.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
For a moment, though, I thought you were going to say all the Ralph Tresvant albums.
That's what I was saying.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Ralph. Don't diss Ralph, man.
I'm going to go with Janet.
Janet.
New Edition.
Pleasure principle. Oh.
You can get wood.
All right, let's go to the dark side. If you had no choice to either spend the day with God or the devil, which one?
God.
Oh my God.
I want to say something because I feel like
explanation.
No, I know. I feel like
You're already explaining God or the devil. Wow, it says it all.
It's written all over your face.
No,
You don't have to say your
Word.
God.
Wow, you sure?
He's not sure at all.
He's like, damn God.
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 Next.
No, Ricky has to answer.
Ricky.
Oh, Ricky has to answer. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the devil.
And I know why, Ricky.
DJ Star. He's like, me too.
I know why.
Correct.
Everybody,
Speak my language.
we cannot explain these any further unless you request that explanation. So we're gonna keep moving. Yes, sir.
Per the conversation that we just had, let's see, how would I phrase this? World peace or the liberation of African descendants of slaves?
I'm gonna go with liberation.
I'm gonna go with world peace.
Sorry.
Clearly, we need more peace.
I know. Look, we just got a tornado warning here in Houston.
Oh wow.
Peace.
Liberation of Black people.
I'm gonna go with world peace. That one kind of hurt, but I'm gonna go with world peace. Okay.
No, Russ got he got to answer. Russ got to answer.
Oh, my answer is liberation of African descendants of slaves.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Reese, go ahead.
Keep it going.
No,
Alright,
keep it going.
mine
Yeah,
is
it's cool, man. Keep going, man. It's cool.
dang, I lost my pen. Oh my. Okay, so mine is going to be glass or ice.
You said gloss,
Glass.
glass or glass?
Glass.
Like
Glass or
Glass,
ice?
like a window. Glass. Glass or ice?
Ice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with ice.
That's tough.
Ice.
Doon, 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 doon.
Damn, you took
Doon, doon,
mine.
doon,
You
doon,
took
doon,
mine.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
Building up.
we building up. Listen, we're gonna have 7. We're gonna be 3 people away. I tell
From
you,
the-
we'll get this in 2021. I'm calling it. We're getting 10 people on here at once. Cherie, give us a thumbs up whenever you're ready. We're gonna let you get your camera straight. We're gonna bring you in here shortly. You ready? Okay.
I'll trade with Cherie. I gotta go, but I'm gonna finish this round.
Okay.
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah.
That's so weird. I don't know why I want to say glass.
Say it. You
Glass.
just did.
I did. Yeah, glass,
Right.
definitely.
Cold as ice.
Come on.
Mine was glass.
Glass.
Yeah, glass.
Cherie.
I don't know why. I know
Cherie.
why too.
The end of this. Glass or ice?
Ice.
Okay.
Dang, she let me down.
Reese, can I? I just need to know what's the context of this question.
It's a play off of hot and cold. Glass requires fire, and ice is a substance that melts under heat.
See,
Glass
Reese,
is really
Thank you.
way
force
beyond
and heat.
bro.
So it's just playing off of heat. For it.
That's
Heat or ice. Fire, ice would have been too easy. I see that. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I'm consistent because I keep choosing cold.
I'm gonna still be listening, but I'll catch y'all.
All right.
Reese,
all right. Since redropping, you want to let her do the next round?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Cherie.
Oh gosh, I had one once upon a time. Let's see.
Cherie,
Okay,
I
got it. I got
Cherie,
it.
I like your hair.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you, Double Greasy.
Curls pop.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. I know what I want. Okay. So pick a side. Stars or gems.
As in GMS?
Yeah. Not
Okay.
gymnasiums.
Stars.
Stars.
Where's everybody?
This is everyone.
Yeah.
You can't see us?
I can't see 3 of you. Yeah.
No. We're here. We see you.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand the question. Stars like astronomy and shit, or
Astronomy and shit.
Stars or gems? I'm going up
so
and down.
would you rather have
Stars.
She didn't say rather have. She
She
just
said,
said
pick a side, stars or gems.
how you interpret it says a lot
so
about
like
who you are.
diamonds or
No, stars or gems.
but you know, stars can
No,
mean
no.
a lot of things. Are you
No.
talking celebrities or are you talking like
She-
stars?
Russell, you're not familiar with DJ.
In the meantime, Reese says
Oh, no.
stars.
I get it. I already see what's going down.
You
Yeah,
already see exactly.
he's in Cali. He's in Cali.
So gems.
I'm going to go with stars.
I think I'm gonna go with elbow greasy and gems.
All right, round 2.
Where Ricky go?
I know, because I have a good one and I need him on here for this one. Come on, Ricky. You know what? How about we do a shameless plug? Bel-Ami, you have something you like to share?
Always. Listen, my name is Bel-Ami. I'm one of the co-hosts here on the Free Agents podcast. I also host a podcast of my own 6 Degrees Podcast. Right now, we're on hiatus until July, but we coming back. I got some dope guests planned for you all. It's going to be incredible. We're going to keep our same night, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. And also, for all my people in Houston, I will be there next month for the Missouri City Juneteenth Celebration Festival. I was thinking of the acronym and stuff in my head. The Missouri City Juneteenth Celebration Festival. I'll be there. Come out to the park. It'd be in Hunters Glen Park. Dope ass concert. Some other dope artists as well. But your boy will be there. Full band. It's gonna be incredible. Playing a lot of tunes from the new project. So yeah, come out to that.
All right. Well, we lost. Let me add her back. Boom. So
I'm sorry. Whenever I bounce into the chat, it bounces me out. So I guess I better just leave it alone. Yeah.
Is the family cool, man?
Yeah. I just got to go secure some things, so I'm gonna do one around with y'all, and then gotta go take care of the family.
Dig it.
All right. Yo, growing up in Indiana, man, I know all about those tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start to hear a train, that's a tornado. If you hear a train, it's a tornado.
If you hear a train, it's close.
Right.
Find a tub. All right. Here we go. My pick a side is never eat watermelon ever again, or be forced to eat watermelon with every meal.
Oh, I eat watermelon with every black meal I have. I'll rub it on my teeth like this and say, yes, sir. I'm eating watermelon every meal.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bel-Ami. Watermelon every meal.
Definitely watermelon every meal.
Man, never again.
What?
Never.
Yellow watermelon, red watermelon. Yeah, every meal.
And I'm gonna go with watermelon every meal. Too.
Yeah. Boy, I would jump in a tub full of watermelon and eat my way out.
That sounds like a fantasy. Hey guys, I got to bounce, but I love you guys very much, and I got to go make sure the house and everything is secure.
Ricky,
right. Much love.
Blessing.
Russ, it's good to see you,
safe,
man. I'll see all y'all very soon. Much love.
All right.
Be safe.
Be safe.
I will.
He's gonna be playing with me.
Yes, wait.
Unless you like it, it's the intention behind it. Remember?
It's the intention behind the words.
I just got it. I just literally got it. Oh my gosh.
I will be playing with you with my drumsticks. All right, bye, y'all.
That wasn't no better.
Oh man,
that wasn't no better.
That was
no
good.
better.
Oh, that was good.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. You're in the movie Saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to cut somebody free. You can only cut 2 people free. You can only cut one person free. You cut your spouse free, or you cut your child free. Let me clarify this. Baby child, like can't walk, can't talk.
You're trying to say like
This
not
is the
Kirk,
easiest answer, man.
not Kirk Franklin child.
Right. It's a like little teeny little baby child. You cut them free, you cut your spouse free. You don't even know if it's Jeffrey Dahmer child or if it's Barack Obama child. You don't know yet.
Yeah. My spouse.
Reese says child. Guess, sir.
No, I know. I know it's on me.
It's the easiest answer, man.
I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and Let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Give them a sense.
Give them
A pride.
to make it easier.
Right.
Cherie.
Child.
Man, my spouse would be all the way free and on the other side of glory before I even thought about my child.
Spouse.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh man.
No clarification coming. All right. Elbow greasy.
All right. So this Friday is Ronald Isley's birthday. It is also the birthday of the Notorious B.I.G.
This dude, these dual birthdays, man.
So if you had an opportunity to DJ a party, would you DJ a party of all, I'm talking samples and everything, you know, connections, whatever, to this particular artist? Would you do Ronald Isley as a DJ? Or would you do a party with all Bad Boy, B.I.G., B.I.G. connected? Which party would you rather DJ?
Wait, Bad Boy
Elbow
as in
greasy. Are you asking our advice?
he wants us to know what he wants to DJ.
No. I'm gonna do both. Just saying.
So when you say like the whole Bad Boy collection, or is it just like Notorious?
Like you're
B.I.G.?
you're DJing Biggie, but if like you know there's like a Biggie connection with, you'll have to create those connections.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, for people to dissect. But it's
I
a
got you.
B.I.G. party. Would you do a
So-
B.I.G. party or you do a Ronald Isley party?
So that
Is
means
it
you could. That means you could play the locks. You could play all 112 catalog. You could play Lil Kim
Yeah.
catalog.
Yeah, you just have to
No.
justify it. You know what
I mean, technically,
Make
with
it-
that, I think you can.
That being said,
Oh, you're on mute, Bel-Ami.
that being said, my answer, I'm going with Ron and Ernie and them.
I'm sure we have similar reasons, Russ.
I'd say Isley.
I'm gonna go with Isley.
Isley.
Wow.
I mean, why are you surprised?
I'm always surprised when people
They're literally like
How are you gonna play?
they're the biggest sample.
Play Big Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. How you gonna play that?
I mean, in terms of the Isley brothers, you'll be able to play.
You'll be able to play.
You play everything.
You'll be able to play all of Biggie and all of Bad Boy stuff. It's connected.
You're right, but the tempo, you know what I'm saying? Some DJs prefer doing more of a hip hop set. You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm
With
saying,
Biggie.
bro, is you get all of Biggie's set if you play the Isley set and all the connections.
Well, you know, he didn't necessarily give that option to play everybody connected to Isley. He only said everybody connected to Biggie.
No,
he said Isley's too.
No, you can do Isleys, but I'm saying if you're doing the Isleys,
I'm gonna play Between the Sheets, and then I'm gonna go into the whole Biggie set.
Oh, because Biggie did one song sung by Isleys, you're gonna do all of Biggie music.
This is explaining.
This is what happens. This is what happens when we lose Ricky.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm actually gonna go with Big.
Yeah, we know what you're playing on Friday.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing both.
And
I just won't go.
You know what? Well, use this time right now to tell the people what are you doing?
Talk about Friday.
So that's funny. So we did last week. Friday was Raphael Sadiq's birthday. So did Raphael Sadiq on Friday, and I finished it up on Saturday. No, I think I did it on Saturday and finished it up on Sunday. It's been a long week. And
Talk
then
about this Friday.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting to the Friday, brother. So Monday I did Janet. So that was yesterday. I did Janet last night. But then, Wednesday I didn't do New Edition, right? So I gotta do Rob Chesvant tomorrow. And so Friday I'm gonna do BIG and the Isleys. So I'm looking forward to that.
You gotta unmute yourself.
He doesn't realize this right now, folks, but he's supposed to be talking about who he is and what he does. He's just continuing the conversation. No one knows what the fuck he's talking about because we don't know what he does yet. He hasn't told you. So we're gonna go back to him and give him an opportunity to do this one more time.
So who am I? Yeah, we haven't done this in a while. So, so I don't like to talk about myself. I don't like to get you to see my flaws, but whatever. It's all good. I'm naked. So I am DJ Elbow Greasy. You can catch me on Twitch, and I'll be DJing tomorrow, my New Edition set. And on Friday, I'll be doing a tribute to Biggie and the Isley Brothers. That's it.
All right, good job. Good job, my man.
Yeah, I need a plugger. I don't like to plug myself, man.
You need a plug.
Are you a plug or a plug yourself? Whose turn is it? Where are we at?
It's Russell's turn.
Where are we? Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do another one.
Mm-hmm.
2 rounds. That's all we got.
Okay.
This brother.
If you can't think, we'll go to Cherie.
Yeah, go to Cherie. We'll come back to me.
Okay.
All right. You're on mute.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
I got you. Oh, crap. Oh, there we go.
She's still muted.
Oh, she has to unmute herself now.
Unmute yourself now.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Here we go.
She's back. My bad, Derek.
It's all good.
I'll wait for Reese.
Go ahead.
Okay. So here we go. You get a free trip to see the Northern Lights in Norway, right? The catch is you have to stay in an ice hotel. You going? Yes or no?
Oh, it's on you, Russ.
Oh, I go. Fine.
I'm going.
Reese? I'm going.
Hell yeah, I'm going.
See the Northern Lights. Yeah, that sounds pretty cold. I'm okay.
The Aurora Borealis.
I don't know what the Northern Lights are, so
The Aurora Borealis.
You never seen the blue and
What
the
was he
green
talking
lights
about? What?
in the sky?
It's when the solar winds hit the magnetic
I was just about to say that.
atmosphere of the earth, and then it
It's
begins
like
to light up.
the purple and green looking
Green.
lights in the sky that look like a ripple.
Libra
Don't know what y'all talking about.
He's straight from California. This is the most California Libra there's been.
No, I'm saying like we get the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises, so I can't imagine anything more beautiful than that.
Oh,
Well,
Cherie?
Go. Was that a no?
yeah,
I ain't going.
Actually, this is my dream. So yes, I'm going.
Oh, wow.
Like, how often does this occur?
every day.
It happens all the time, from like August to April.
Yeah.
And it happens in the northern part of the northern hemisphere. You can see it in the U.S. You can see it in Canada.
Alaska.
Some of the better placed are Alaska. Yeah. I think Iceland, Greenland, Norway, places like that.
That, and then going to go see some whales afterwards. Dope.
Where in
Oh,
Canada? Like on the West Coast?
Probably a lot of places.
Vancouver.
I mean, it's just the
More
more
northern.
northward you go.
Yeah.
You can catch them. But the ice hotel part is the one I really want to enjoy that.
There's an ice bar. Where's that ice bar at? I think actually in New York. It's pretty cool. The whole entire bar is ice.
Need a
They
coat.
keep it at like
Yeah.
-5 or so.
That's too expensive for me to go in.
Yeah.
So you gotta pay to go.
That.
You gotta pay to go in.
You got
So.
the refrigeration bill. Yeah.
What if somebody coughs or sneezes in there? Now the whole place is unsanitary. It's just frozen. You got fucking ice boogers.
Oh wow.
No, actually, the germs are probably not going to do well in all that cold.
That's true because it's so cold.
Survive.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
all right. Russ, you have another one yet? Or should we skip? You go to Reese.
Hey, go to Reese. I'll have a good one by the time we get Reese. I promise.
All right, I got one.
Reese,
Dawn
we're gonna have
or
to think about
dusk?
it again.
Huh?
Dawn or dusk?
Dawn or dusk? Remind me, and this is me not being. Dawn is in the morning,
Wait,
right?
Is
Dawn
it?
AM.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Guesser's turn?
Yeah.
Um.
Oh no! I thought Reese was going.
No, wait. Isn't dusk?
Reese saying dawn or dusk?
Dawn is
Dusk is
AM. Dusk is PM.
Yeah.
Say one more. Say it again.
Dawn is AM in the morning. Dusk is PM in the evening.
Oh yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Dawn.
Also, I'm going to go with Dawn.
Dusk.
Dusk.
Definitely dusk.
Dusk.
Well, we know who wakes up in the morning.
That's one thought.
All right, Russ, close us out, brother.
All right, I got it. Who? I don't know. I'm sorry. When I came in, y'all was talking about race, so I gotta. I can't stop thinking about stuff like that. So who do you bring back to life to help further the cause of Black people? Martin or Malcolm?
You got to give us either or.
Either or.
Yeah, Martin or Malcolm.
Yeah, it's a pick a side, so you have to.
Oh yeah, pick a side.
I don't think.
Pick a side.
I'm gonna go with Shabazz.
Martin.
Damn. I go with Malcolm.
Oh, so he said Shabazz
It's
or
Malcolm.
or Martin.
No.
Okay.
Martin. Yeah.
I'll go with Shabazz, not X.
That's why I said Shabazz.
I'll go with Shabazz or Malcolm.
What about you, Russ?
Shabazz.
Interesting. Well, folks, that concludes another episode of or a segment of Pick a Side. Listen, we all just gonna live here with it. This was the least amount of explaining we've ever done. I do want to thank Cherie, Reese, Russ for joining us. Y'all want to plug yourselves real quick before we go?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Can I get my own? Can I get my square? No, I'm joking.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Y'all. My name is Russell Guest. I go by Guest. My social media is Guest Sir, as you can see in the bottom corner. I just recently a single that I produced along with two other people, featuring Amero Soul and another artist, has been released to all platforms. I will. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this.
I'm gonna do it
in
the private chat, and then I'll put it in the regular chat.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. This is what we're here for.
Okay. So, two songs. One song is called Season featuring Dende. The other song is called Bless Up featuring Mecca. Available in your phone now. We prefer you support us on Bandcamp, but I'm not going to tell you how to spend your coin. So listen where you're going to listen.
Where's the link, bro?
Oh, no, he shared it as a thing.
I shared the video. I can put the link as well in the private chat. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So y'all can watch the little video, play a little bit of the song, so y'all can hear what y'all investing in.
Come on. Here we go.
Flowers gotta bloom, but only in their season. Don't feel like we breathing. mistakes that we can't grow.
Give up, we just let's
Life like magic, yeah, the cake can't stand it. We keep floating, this spaceship ain't landing. We don't give up, we just let's
Nice.
Yeah.
Shouts out to America. So, oh, DJ Elbow Greasy. Have you heard any of her music?
Nah, man. First time.
Even Russ?
Huh? Say
I
again?
feel like maybe, Russ was a guest on my podcast as well. So I figured maybe you saw him before.
Nah, I might have missed that one, man.
Yeah, Russ is incredible, man. We've done some stuff together, but he also produces incredible artists. One of my favorites. Her name is Amero. So you gotta spin her stuff, bro.
Word. Good looks. Yeah, I'm down.
Make sure y'all connect. Russ, get him everything. Anytime you're doing something, get it to him. He'll find a way to put it in his set.
Also, I just wanted to say I'm glad to see you back healthy too, Russ.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, me too.
Yeah. Russ is a COVID survivor.
Oh, word. That's what's
man.
up. Y'all over there throwing out people's like
his business.
He's like, yeah. He's like, yo, you talking about crack addiction, nigga? What you talking about that shit?
I like out there smoking people's.
I just said I'm glad to see you healthy.
No, I know, but I'm saying like people, COVID is some shit. You can say, "Oh, I'm over," yeah, but you sucking dick in the alley. You're not over that. I'm so happy you got out of that dick sucking in the alley.
Hey.
We're just trying to let them plug. Reese, you want to plug anything?
I will. I'll plug.
Yeah, let's talk about any addictions y'all got.
Well, only addiction I have is being a cosmic flower child.
Hey.
I'm F. Reese from Houston, Texas. I am the founder of a site called Divine Whisper Series. Just personally the founder of a calling to build a community around reframing devotion. Deframing that definition, reframing it, reconstructing it, rebuilding it with community through their daily activities. So it's basically finding what the new look of devotion is and doing it together. So starting those conversations, I've written a devotional journal as part of my contribution to the community that I share weekly devotions through my Sunday tribe, and just really looking out to inspire people with imagination and fun. So that's me.
Amen. Beautifully said.
I'll put the link in the.
Cherie, what's up?
So dope.
Hey, so although I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't have any like people-facing things that I do. I'm a scientist, and I am proud of my career. But I'll tell you a little bit about what I believe in. I think that as people, we need to stand up for equity. I think that we need to stand up for one another and stand up for ourselves. I also think that on your journey, we all have wonderful gifts that we do. And I think that we need to pull people along. So whether, you're showing children about what you do and how they can grow up and go in career paths like yourself, or, you're showing children a different way of living and thinking. I think we need to pull people along. So that's my plug.
Yay for scientists.
Yes.
So mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine. No one's asking.
Own your health. Okay. No. Yeah, I meant to say that too. I believe that, especially Black people, because, so many in our community struggle. I think that we should definitely own our health. Vaccinations have really turned the tide of so many diseases that we don't have to even deal with anymore. How many people do you know with smallpox? It's because of vaccines. So I believe that, we as Black people should own our health, be informed, get informed. If you don't understand, you can reach out, look for people who can, come and talk to you and be open to letting go of your fears, because our health is one of our best assets. So
Health as
wear a
well.
mask. Yeah, health
Amen.
as well. So wear a mask, get vaccinated, and keep your family vaccinated.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Nice. All right. I guess it's my turn. So for me, I'll do my little quick oops, hit the wrong button. Boom. All right. So I am DJ Star 22. I own a company called the Emerge Group LLC. And my plugs are this podcast. So please make sure you subscribe and share and all that great stuff. This has been a labor of love for me, and I want to see it just go to the next heights. The other thing I do is I produce a Instagram live show every Friday called Yes, Your Educational Story with Martin Smallhorn. You can catch at m.smallhorn at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, and I got some other ones coming out in the mix that I'm working on, along with some other products to be named soon. But, I'm trying to keep those close to the chest until, I preview them. So, but right now it's all about this podcast. It's all about the Instagram live show. So
take it. All right, brother. Well, listen, Reese, Russell, Cherie, thank y'all so much. We're about to send y'all back, but we appreciate y'all joining us and always just being supportive as you are. You're always welcome here each and every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see y'all. Y'all can stick around backstage. We'll chat it up in a minute. We're going to close out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Also, real quick, want to say what up to Pietro Planet. Came in a little late, but it's all good. Thank you for showing up, man. Appreciate it. So, all right. Well, who would like to close us out today? Do.
Oh man, I thought you had more to share.
Nah, it's 2 hours and 16 minutes in.
That's what's up.
So, anybody?
I think DJ Elbow Greasy should give us our closing thought.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not one to close, but all right, that's what's up.
You are. You closed the door. You created.
That's right. You created.
Are the closer.
Oh boy. All right. Hey, man, big fan of his. So there's been a movie I've been like really addicted to watching. Have you all ever seen Michael Clayton?
I thought you were gonna say Booty Talk.
Nah, Michael Clayton, right? So it's a film by oh my gosh. Well, it features god damn, what is his name? The guy from ER became an actor, a movie star.
George Clooney.
George Clooney. Thank you. My God.
But yeah.
So in the film, it's this whole idea of this fixer, right? Someone who's an attorney, but essentially just smooth things out between a corporation and the law firm. And I watch it. I've been watching it pretty much every night for the past 2 weeks, and I finally realized why I kept watching it. It's about a corporate lawyer, but then he's broke because he's tied to this corporate lifestyle, but then he can't leave it because he opened a restaurant in order to have a life outside of the corporate law firm, but then he squandered all of his money and all of his loans to pay off his brother's gambling debts, and then he's a gambler himself. So the whole time you're watching it, you're like, oh, it's because of his brother, and you're not looking at the decisions he made to stay within this confine of a job, right? And so, I watch it because I don't want my job to define me anymore. Like, I want to give my time to my job, but I don't want to take the time my job is giving me. Like I just don't want to be defined by that anymore. So I'm not quitting, but I'm planning and but I'm actually planning my escape, my own golden parachute, right? And I think it's important. People always talk about planning for your future and making sure you have money, but there are people who who retire and they spend less time with their children. They retire, and look at Bill Gates. I mean, has he ever retired, right? And he's moving on from his wife, right? And so I really want to start building opportunities to find joy and find purpose, and not living by other people's standards, but living by my own. So 20 years from now, my life will still be in abundance, and I'll be able to give away knowledge and, if possible, any resources. So, I say all that just to say, hey, you'll never know who you're sitting next to on a plane, right? Like, take these opportunities in life and fill up your basket and define you by you and not by anybody else's standards. And that's my acknowledgement of the closed door, y'all. That's all I got.
Nice. Well, definitely appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone for showing up today, this evening. Thank y'all, as always, for being a part of this amazing movement. That's what it is. Please, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you are going out and sharing this as much as you can, whether you're sharing the link, whether you're sharing a clip. Share. Don't forget to comment as well. And we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Thank you.